I wish good things to you who's watching this. I am Alexey, and we're back to streaming in December. Today I will be playing Carcassonne against my subscribers or against y'all, so whoever wants to participate, you can send me a challenge on Board Game Arena or make yourself known in the live stream chat, and then I'll send a message to you. So that's basically how it's going to work. I didn't really announce this stream many days before, so we'll start slow, and I think I'm actually going to start out with one. We have a challenge, so we're going to start with this. So I have a challenge from Complex V and H, and we're going to just jump right into it. Okay, we have, as you see, my rating. Well, for those of you who have been watching more of my recent videos, my rating has tanked a little bit. I feel like I've lost a little bit of shape, but I'm going to try my best anyway. Well, Complex is saying he's very rusty too. I'm going to say perfect. So am I. Well, at least we know what to do on the first move. Actually, I mean, the normal move is to take 4 points. But I've been thinking a while, like, going over here and putting a meeple here, is that bad? Maybe that's not horrible. Because then you get a good use of Dorito tiles. I think still, like, this is the best move. But just out of interest, I'm going to try this and see what happens. Like, this is not the best move. I just want to see what happens. Okay, well, we do get a monastery tile. Yeah, by the way, the point of this move is that if I get a city cap, I can start a new city, and this type of move allows me to use Doritos efficiently. Like, there's some logic to it. Again, this is just trying out things. I don't recommend that you actually play like that. Yes, Miguel, you can go for next for sure. I'll call you after this game. Hi, Nallerheim. Thanks for correcting the sound. Let me know if that has become any better. I think it should have. Anyway, where do we put this monastery? Do we control the road or do we go for points? If we control the road, there can be issues. Actually, I can sometimes get into Zugzwang if I draw. Well, if I draw a tile that continues that, like a road plus city tile. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for the points because also I can connect later to this road in the future. Like, there's some reasons to do this. Okay, so let's try connecting to Red's road now by going over here. And of course, they will now connect to the road. My move is forced. I need to continue my city, which we do immediately in order to prevent it from getting blocked. So the opening did not work out, and it should not have. But had I drawn a Dorito, I would have looked like a genius. Ah, okay. I think I know what to do. Yeah, there we go. Okay, there we go. With the sound things, should have done a check before. Okay, we need to claim a city. And it's an interesting move, actually. Because you see, if I claim a city like this, then Red can draw a curve and secure this road, and I don't like that. I could also take 2 points over here just to block this square, but honestly, why would I take 2 points when I can take 3 points? Yeah, I really don't like pointing downwards. I think this is a bit better. It's quite hard for my opponent to block my road. With this, though, my city's kind of safe. Like, Red can't really place anything over here because immediately I'll be able to attack here either by blocking or by connecting. It's a really close call. But I think today we're going for interesting plays, so I'm gonna go for an interesting play. Again, anything for the content. Okay, red continues their road. Now we're draw decently, but I can't go here now because I will be blocked. I could go here, but I'm not a fan of like red getting meeples back. Oh, by the way, here separation should not be top priority because my opponent can still separate me from here. But wherever I go, if I go to a different place, I leave an empty city cap. I could also go here, actually. Oh, yeah. Also, by the way, somebody in the chat, do let me know if the sound has become better. I hope it has. And with the meeple here, with the idea that I can either block this square, or I can maybe connect with a triangle. But you see, one of these three tiles that go into this square is out, so that will be only 75%. And I'm like, for its early game stage like this, 75 is really not good enough typically. Alright, so I'm gonna play a weird move. I'm gonna give my opponent a meeple back, which I don't normally like doing. Typically in these situations, it's just best to sacrifice a road like this. Because I wasn't saving really that many points. And now if red wants, red can go over here. That would be a mistake, but red could do that. I kind of hope that they will. So my opponent is saying I don't love my move, referring to this connection. But then that was necessary, right? Because if they don't go here, I can finish my city. So that's not ideal. Now I'm about to get my meeple blocked here. I can't do much about it. So why don't I just get a point for myself? Oh, look at this. I'm not getting immediately blocked. Now that's pleasant. And also, they don't really have many good moves. That's a nice situation to be in. I think they do actually have a move. They can go here and start the city. I don't think that one was it. Okay, so I can go here, equalize the road, start a city. I can finish my city, which is a bit weak. I can take its empty city cap, which would be all right. I could go here, but that would be bad because my city would still be blockable, and I would be covering up this meeple, so that's bad. Okay, let me actually just check the live stream chat. I haven't been doing that in a while. Okay, you're saying the volume is better, so that's nice. Hi Glavier, hi Lef, hi Eduardo. Okay, gonna go after Nallerheim. Yeah, that's good, that's good. Okay, back to this. Back to this. So what do we do? I'm actually kind of tempted to do this. How many extra points I'm getting? So it's 2 here and 3 here. So it's like a 3-point move. Well, plus 2 points for the city cap. But then there's a bit of problem here because like sometimes if my opponent gets a big tile, I can get my meeple blocked here. So it's not really the best city cap to meeple. Honestly, just do a normal move, like taking 4 points, it's completely fine. That's interesting. I don't think this move is really strong. Well, it seems like a bit of a waste. I get the idea that it kills a monastery spot, and it makes me have 2 of the same, like it makes me need 2 of the same tile in the same place. And I get the idea here, but I feel that the 2 points are just stronger. Because if I get a tile like this, then I don't have to worry about this meeple. I can just save this meeple instead. So what do we do? This is bad, this is bad. I think I have to continue my city like this. Now it's actually very hard to block, and I could build around it like this and then decide whether I can keep it as a ruin or I can maybe complete a late sprint, try to finish it like this. So this is, by the way, the exact reason why I did not use this tile over here earlier. Wow, wowie, wow, that's interesting. Yeah, that's a legit move. But maybe I can do something nasty. So first of all, this move seems quite interesting. I would be adding 2 points to red, but I would be securing this square, kind of keeping my 2 points here in this mini battle. And I would also start a blocking attack on red's meeple. Because if I get a tile, then this is kind of hard to use this tile here. So that could work. But then the thing is, like, if my opponent gets a triangle, will they actually turn it downwards and try to eat this up? They might. So I think this move, despite the shield, is a decent move, and I might end up playing it. This move is like, it's the natural move. It's super tempting. I mean, come on. Bam, bam. It's just so... I mean, it's really like too good not to play, honest. It's a fantastic tile. But today we're making unusual moves. So that's what we're going to do, and it immediately pays off. Because my opponent now cannot do this thing. Well, well, well. So we don't equalize our road, which is sad. But honestly, maybe it's not that terrible. So what do we do now? I could take 3 points like this. I could tie 2 of our meeples together and take a road. Actually, not a bad idea at all. But I'm not sure how much I like the idea of tying together even more meeples. So I think I'd rather try to block the square differently. Well, whoa. It's complicated, you see? If I don't do anything about my square, my opponent gets a triangle and then blocks us together and it has a ruin that he can build up. I'm just going to go with my intuition. I think saving the monastery is the better one. Yeah, exactly. Why do I need to play a move that my opponent is going to play for me? Okay, so now we go here, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's still a decent number of road ends. We're setting up another monastery, so that's nice. Well, that's fearless. Should I go here, try to commit this to a quadruple crossroads? I think I kind of should, because I'm also restricting this guy. I'm also restricting my own road, which is not great. So maybe I'm better off at just getting a road end somehow. No, you know what? I'm going to go here. I think this is best. There was an interesting blocking pattern that I could have done. Let's say if I get a road end here, and then if I get a triangle, then I could tie this meeple to this square. But that's wishful thinking because I only have so many tiles. Now we kind of have a meeple for everything, so red meeples the city, which certainly makes sense, but now we have no incentive to finish this monastery, and our plan will be to block this square, and then later maybe to try and finish our monastery when this meeple is already blocked. So just looking at pure meeples, my position looks pretty decent, but it's really, really equal for now. Okay, that's great. That's the exact kind of stuff that I was talking about. Now I get to continue my city. I also need to decide, do I continue it like this, hoping for the city cap, or do I continue it like this, hoping for a Dorito? And since there are 4 tiles that fit into that square, I mean, I think I need to do this. And now my plan is just to threaten the completion of this city. It's actually a really powerful plan. And honestly, I think most of the time, I actually get all these 20 points from this city. So that's really, really something that's nice to have. Now here, I feel that I should immediately cover up from any invasions. I might go here, actually, because it's very difficult to invade. If my opponents, in order to invade, my opponents need a specific type of city cap, and there's still 2 splitters remaining. My opponent would need to spend his last meeple. If I go here, my opponent, I guess, can still block. How can my opponent block? I guess like this and like this, with a city tile, kind of blocking towards one of those, so that there's no triple city tiles with the road remaining. Yeah, so there's an interesting situation. If I go here, my opponent has 2 tiles with which he can block. No. If I go here, my opponent needs 2 moves to block my meeple. But if he does that, then my meeple's completely dead. If I go here, my opponent only really needs 1 tile to block my meeple. But if he does, I still have 2 tiles that left here. Honestly, like, intuition tells me this. I think this is actually the slightly better move. Well, my opponent doesn't get a blocking tile at all. Actually, it is a blocking tile. Like, red should go there and then hope to continue the block. That would be a significant restriction, right? If red goes here, I already will have only 4 tiles remaining that fit, so... Okay. What do we do? What do we do? That's actually a pretty good move. Yeah, it takes away tiles from me. I mean, I think I prefer the blocking a little bit better. Well, actually, it does take away 4 tiles from me. So that's a pretty decent idea. Okay, I think I should continue my block either here or here. Probably it's best to go here first. Just to make sure that my city is... that my opponent's city is restricted enough. The idea here is that if red gets some sort of city plus road tile, there will be already immediately another blocking platform created. But because I wasn't able to block both cities, red finished, pre-completed this city. I'm not too worried about this. Okay, red will emerge with 10 points over here. I will emerge with 9. So it's certainly a really good city for red, but now I think I'm just going to get a meeple back and enjoy a temporary meeple advantage. Yeah, okay, so red was waiting like for the proper tile for blocking, but then I still have 2 tiles that fit into this square. Honestly, I think it was better to use the monastery and then create a blocking platform to block in full, because red will need additional tiles to block me in full. So now I will take care of the other city just to make sure it does not accidentally get completed. Yeah, that's a good move. I cannot defend, so maybe my city will be blocked after all, but at least I can get a point and now expand my city at the top. So both of us get a meeple back, which is nice. My city will probably be blocked, so I think my best move now is to start a new city in a way which kind of restricts this city as well. Yeah, I do get blocked. This is somewhat sad. Now, do I go here and restrict my opponent's city in full? No, it's not worth it. I think it's just better to take the points and the meeple back. I'm not exactly sure if that was the... Oh, yeah. That's a bit sad. The reason why this is sad is because my opponent was able to use these 2 points productively. But you know what? Had I gone here with this tile, I don't think it would have been a good investment of a tile anyway, because I would be depriving my opponent of potential 2 points. But I already got the benefit of these extra 2 points by putting this tile over here. Okay. What do we do? What do we do? So it's a monastery tile, which is great. My first instinct is to go here. Actually, I might end up doing this anyway. But here we need to strategize a little bit. how we're planning to win this game. There's this field in the middle, which benefits my opponent more than me, because if they get a crossroads, they can like drop a field meeple with tempo, and I don't like that. They have a monastery, like they have a lot of blocked points, but I have a nice ruin over here, so we're roughly equal. I mean, I'm going to count that a little bit later. Yeah, if I take just 3 points, I think that's a bit toothless. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're 2 straight lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I think I complete this monastery frequently enough. I'm also controlling a nice rodent over here. Now there's another question. Do I meeple this field, and how early do I do that? I don't think I do it just yet. I could... Oh, ring road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, why not just build a ring road? It seems quite self-explanatory. So red gets a meeple back and completes a city. So now there are 2 6-point fields, 1 field here, 1 field here. There's not going to be a big field fight. The position's pretty closed. I think it benefits a bit more me than red, because if red takes 1 farm, I can always take the other. Yeah, that was, by the way, the point of controlling this rodent. I took the monastery, and now I took 4 points with this move. And I'm actually kind of really close to getting a meeple back as well. It's a pity there's only 1 monastery left. But if I do get that monastery, though, that's going to be a sweet, sweet monastery. Okay, what else could we do? We could get this meeple back over here. That's interesting. So trying to go aggressive on the block in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, that kind of solves the dilemma. But here's the thing. I think I might have gone here anyway and just saved the completion of this road for later. So now, of course, we have to do this. It's too early to farm. The road is not worth it. So quite an easy decision. And turns out it was completely worth meepling that monastery. So that turned out quite great. What do we do now? I could simply claim one of the farms like this, but I'd rather start a new city. Maybe somewhere here. There's a sufficient number of city caps. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 daggers, 1, 2, 2 starting tiles. I think a vanilla or no? No vanillas. A splitter. Yeah, there's loads really. So if I go here and meeple this farm, will reds complete their city if they get a city cap, or will they clean off the city cap? I don't know. And I think putting pressure on red city is a good way to get some additional equity for the situation. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Okay, well, that's a bit rough, but let's see what we can do about that. So let's just count some points. Here it is equal. Here my opponent has 3, but I have... Basically, I have +6 in this area for cities. And this is equal, but my opponent has threats. So I'm at -2, but my opponent has more threats. After they completed their monastery, I think I'm actually behind. So can we block them? If we go here, is that a block? Oh, it's a really strong move actually, because there will be, but there's still going to be 1 tile for them to finish this. Okay, I think we need to start playing like really, really efficiently. I'm thinking of doing this and dropping a farmer actually, because there's still a decent number of city caps. And I'm thinking about it so much that actually I'm going to do this. Yep, they are successfully completing their city, but I don't think it's something I could have reasonably prevented. Now, which tiles do I have if I go here? If I go here, then I have this tile and, well, one of those. And I have a splitter, so 2 tiles. Which is honestly not that horrible. And then for the third one, I can finish here. I'm going to take the 2 tiles. Because if I go here, my opponent can restrict. And I don't like that. I said I don't like that. Oh, why did I do that? I meant to turn it the other way. But look now. It will totally work out. Because red is going to go here. And then I'm going to free up this meeple. But yeah, my real intention was to turn this tile the other way. Like, we will now need to take some chances in order to win this. Oh yeah, thanks for the comment about the shielded tile. Well, they restrict it differently, but it's fine because I get another meeple back. And this one is still live. Except that I have 1 fewer tile. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's bad. So now only the splitter goes here. Yeah, so this is some nice precision from my opponents. Well, nice for them. They will finish this, and I don't like that. I need to start thinking really hard about the endgame. 6. I mean, technically, I am 1 point ahead right now. So I have that going for me. Honestly, I kind of feel that it's all about that city. Like, if I finish it, I win. And if I don't finish it, I don't win. Because I don't see what I can do about the city at the bottom. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what I'm counting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a crossroads remaining. Which means that if we go here and meeple the farm on the left, well, it's actually quite easy to join that farm, which is a problem. But it's also quite easy to expand that farm. So I think it's a decent bet. Yeah, my opponent joins the other farm, which was entirely expected. And now I don't know what I can do. Is it time to meeple something here? No, probably not. I don't want to go here to block my opportunities. I could go... No, that also doesn't work. How can I make a move that gives me some value? One, two, three, four, 5. Let's try maybe something like this, with the purpose of setting up another connection platform. No, that's a bit weird. Also, I haven't been tile counting pretty well. As I said, I'm really rusty. So I see that there's 1 more Dorito left, I think. No, okay, no curve, so that's not gonna work. Ooh. Do we just dump the tile in the endgame? That feels so sad. I have a feeling about this. Let's just do this. So now red should go there. And if they don't, that will make me happy. Okay, they're trying to block. which honestly is understandable, but it allows me to grab some points. I just made a 6-point move. That ain't nothing. Okay. There's a splitcher. There's a dagger, but not the dagger that I need. And what else? Must be something else. Oh yeah, Dorito, of course. With the road. Well, my opponent is expected to finish this city, right? So I might just as well go here and claim the farm. Or I might go here and claim the monastery. I just don't see how I'm getting many more points. Yeah, also, like, it's not great that my opponent has a field connection over here, which is kind of unblockable. So maybe I have to go here. It's a bit weird, but why would I not do that? Well, there are some reasons why I would not do that. Okay, I can't think. Let's just go for the points. I'm not entirely sure if that's correct at all. Yeah, so they get the road. They are going to get the splitter. But there's really not much we could have done. All we can do is get the extra monastery point, or just get the extra city point to be safe. You know, in case I miscounted. They do get the splitter, and there's really not much what I could have done about that. So yeah, so this move actually cost us quite significantly. I was planning to turn it the other way, then I just forgot to do the thing that I said. We'll see what the score is and then reflect on this game in a bit. Actually, it's going to be like close-ish, I think. I don't know, I was kind of a bit quiet, but yeah, my opponent is saying I thought I was winning. I didn't count all the points properly, so I thought I was losing. You see, sometimes it works, just like play from intuition, just make moves which sort of look pretty. And then that's it. I'm not proud of this game, but you see, sometimes it works. So okay, now after I've seen the tiles, I can say that my opponent kind of got unlucky at the end, because when I put the monastery over here, the only tile with which red was losing was this tile. And there's a reason for this. Had red drawn this before? Oh, actually no, wait a second. No, yeah, red would have been ending with the meeple surplus no matter what. So after this move, I think that was like 100% win. I guess no, not 100% win. No. It was a 66% win because I lose with this tile. Because if my opponent doesn't get this tile, this means that they get something for here, and then they can score an extra point because they can take a 6-point field, and then they go here as they did. So I was losing only if my opponent gets both city caps. Something I wish I had calculated, but honestly, I'm a bit out of shape, so we're going to play way more light Carcassonne today. Well, anyway, thanks for the game. Let's see where next challenge is. Oh, I haven't had those in a while. The surprise wins, they're so pleasant. You know, like especially when you forget a small thing, maybe like you forget that you had like a 4-point ruin in the middle, or you forget, you know, you count the field points wrong. You forget that, oh, you know, I have an extra farmer for 3 points, or an extra city in my field. That's always very pleasant. Of course, something that's best avoided in tournament games, but we'll take it. We'll take it. On the other hand, it's a bit demoralizing to lose a game when you are aware of the game situation and your opponent isn't. Like when you know exactly by how much you're losing, what the probabilities were, and your opponent is like, I know I didn't know what the tiles were or the points. I was just like, let's see what happens. So I understand now what it feels like now to be on the let's wing it side. Okay, so again, starting player advantage for my opponent. I of course take a road. By the way, I don't know if you've seen one of my recent videos about opening puzzles. Not opening puzzles, about puzzle solving on this new website. In these situations, I tend to claim the road, but there are some top players who tend to claim the city instead. But, you know, it's an interesting theoretical debate. And so is this. Which way to return this? Because here, I don't leave my opponent a monastery spot. And here, well, wait. If I do this, I leave my opponent a monastery spot. And if I do this, I leave my opponent a road end to control. And I figure that leaving a road end to control is not as bad as leaving a monastery spot. But there's more to this. This is one of those rare occasions, well, not rare, where actually meepling this 1-point road is best, because it's a nice defensive move against certain situations. So let's say if my opponent gets a curve, like they do now, it is harder for them to start a ring road. Because you see, I'm already here, and if they get a bunch of curves, they're now not able to use this road end to benefit, so I kind of do this preemptively. And there's another reason. Well, basically, there's some situations, some runouts, where if I claim the city on my next move, and if my opponent draws the triple city cap with a crossroads, then they will be forced to continue my road and to complete my road. There's some scenarios like this. It ends up not mattering that much, but I generally like those situations where meepling a 1-point road ends up being a productive move. Another interesting situation, do we go here and control 2 meeples for my opponent? That's painful. Or do we go here for the same point value, control only 1 meeple for my opponent, and also pre-complete our road? I'm kind of inclined more for this approach, just because of the sheer point value. Okay, so Pfeiffer here starts a new city, which makes perfect sense. I should start a new city myself. Actually, is that even the best move? Maybe I could have gone here and tried exerting some pressure on this city. But I kind of like the idea of restricting this road. And also adding myself a monastery point. Let's not forget about that. We have 2 good squares here. If now we're going to finish a road, if we get a second monastery, we get to expand like this. I'm kind of liking this. But so far, it's an equal position. And my opponent has a good city. And also a difficult tile to play. Like, what do you do with this? I don't know. Maybe not the worst idea is to go here. And then either this gets blocked, or they get a tile with which they can finish this. But there's some downside with this move as well, because like if they put this here, they impede the development of their monastery. If they go here or here, doesn't really matter where, either of these two squares. It's kind of an ugly way for them to continue their city. It does not bring it closer to completion. This is an interesting move, but I think it's a downgrade from the move over here, because there's some major threats there. If I get so there are 8 tiles in the deck that make my opponent's life super difficult. If I get one of the 5 Doritos with the road, then I get to complete my monastery, claim new stuff, and threaten 2 of my opponent's meeples. Same goes if I get the city cap with the crossroads like this. So essentially this move, I think, helps me quite a bit. I'm going to claim this field because of how open it is. Yeah, you see this kind of tile. I need that tile. Give me that tile. Okay, so now it's tempting to go here. But then it's... Yeah, but you know, then my opponent is going to get like a triple city tile and then tie 2 meeples of mine to this square where only one of their meeples is trapped. So I think I should just wait and see what happens. I could do this, but I have so many meeples that I'm not in a rush. I'd rather just go here, expand my field, and create a connection platform against my monastery, which of course ends up not mattering. Yeah, they could finish the city quite quickly. So I need to do something about this. I could go here, but I don't like the... Like if they get a triple city, I could get blocked there somehow, so I don't like that. I think I'd rather go here. It's quite difficult to attack this, and it's not possible to block, because if my opponent puts a big tile over here, there's still 3 tiles that fit into this square. So we're going to go here. And I think now they should go here, really. They should. Here is sort of the next best thing. Here is also possible, actually. It's kind of hard to block this. A variety of moves are possible. Yeah, this certainly makes sense. And of course, I should now start blocking. Or I could, I don't know, go here, expand my field. It's a bit early for that, maybe. Because my opponent is going to drop a farmer here anyway, so that doesn't matter. I could go here, create a connection platform. But the thing is, if my opponent completes this city, a connection platform will be created from here anyway. So we shouldn't spend a move on that. Monastery build-up is not that attractive at this point, so I'd rather just go here and simply start an attack against my opponent's monastery. What blue should do now here is, I think, go here and prepare to complete their city. Yeah, I don't think it's actually quite that precise. I think this is the counterintuitive thing. If they place this thing here, it does not, it looks as if it makes their square vulnerable, but actually it kind of makes their square safer. Because you see, now, I'm obviously going to go over here. Well, let me show you first. I'm going to go over here. And then, if they complete this city, I put something over here to block 2 meeples. And if they complete this city, I will be always able to block from here. So I think it was much better for them to use this tile over here. And then, since this square is vulnerable from 2 spots, whenever I attack, they will always be able to defend. But most importantly, this city is so good that they can afford to have 2 meeples blocked. So of course we're going to do this. And I already know my next move. I think I do. There are only 2 tiles that fit into this square. And we're going to try to further restrict the number of tiles that fit into this square. That's interesting. That's... Oh! I don't think it's really time to be taking ring roads. I think it was probably better to already start dropping farmers or something like that. I mean, it's alright, because it's a bit restrict this. Yeah, that makes sense. One can play like this. So I think I could go here, but I can wait for a city cap. Also here, no reason not to wait for a city cap. The move is here. It's a great blocking tile. And now it's like really painful for my opponent to deal with. I have to meeple this because in case they draw a defense tile, they will be forced to continue my city. Yeah, they start a new city elsewhere at the same time attacking my city. That's actually a good move. And also, they know that I will never block them because there are just so many sensitive squares elsewhere, so many other things to take care about, that I just won't have the time. But now, of course, we're just going to take another monastery. Oof, that's painful. They're going to get one of the two outs to complete this. And what's even more painful, they've now made sure that this square is really protected because it's now harder for me to block because with this meeple I've blocked this. I still think that my move was correct because it really does not happen very often that they get one of these two tiles before I get like one of the loads of city tiles that go here, because basically like almost any city tile is good for me except for the starting tile and the city cap with the crossroads. But okay, now we need to block differently because that oh, that's painful. Yeah, because I was going to say that this threat is just so severe that we can't have that. We can't have that. Interestingly, no field meeple. Maybe because blue recognizes that they don't really have to. Now they can just win the game in probably any of the myriads of possible ways. The question is, should I meeple any fields? Well, maybe not yet. Maybe let's just do a bit of blocking first. Because I can't really expand. Ooh, okay, so a farmer like this, that's interesting. So maybe I have some hope. Because all I need to draw now is this tile over here. Yeah, this is actually maybe doable. So what do I need to do? I need to take care of this meeple. Draw something for this. Draw something for this. Finish this city. Like, if I draw well, this game is totally salvageable. I think I should never go here because I can get blocked. Okay, so my opponent also is into blocking. I could go here to prevent that, but it's quite hard to save a meeple like this. So I think I'm better off just taking 2 points. And then, you know, simply doing some hoping. Well, I presume now they're going to block. Yeah, you know, but that's fine. That's fine. I can still get some points over here. I think my main issue will now be this meeple plus the reconquering of the field. So this is going to be a strategy. Now here, no reason not to take the extra 2 points. What should my opponent do? I have no idea. It's not something I should be thinking about anyway. I think the best move for them is to go here and start a new city, kind of restricting my monasteries. But at the same time, it's also pre-building a monastery spot for me, so I don't know if that's even that good. Yeah, it's definitely a legit move. I have to finish my city at the top. Okay. I was going to say looks manageable, but this one's actually really painful. This move. Because not only is the square being attacked, this city is now about to give blue 8 extra points on the scoreboard. But there's nothing much you can do about this. I think it's a bit early to go here, because that's not a real block. We don't want to do this because we still have hopes for this tile to get my meeple back. It's a bit... Oh wait, I almost missed this. I was going to go here, but I have a loop, obviously. So we're not gonna pass up on opportunities like this. Please block me, please block me, please block, please block, please block me. 50-50, it's good. It's such a good move. You're feeling this. Look at how this tile would fit very well over here. Don't worry about it making your city more vulnerable. You would be reducing the number of tiles that are left to fit into this square. Think how appealing this is. If I get a regular monastery or another regular monastery, now I won't be able to put this over here. Just give me a chance. Go there, give me a point, give me 2 points. Just trying to send the right synergy. Honestly, yes. Thank you. Actually, with the farm, it's a really good move. But I still have to go there. And now I have actually some chances. Because I can try a reconquest of the farm at some point. It's an interesting question. Was it an objectively... Was it like not knowing that I had this tile in hand? Was it a good move by blue or not? I think normally yeah, it's a decent move for sure. But there's an issue from blue. That they're ahead, so they should be assuming that I'm gonna draw that tile anyway. But because they dropped a farmer, I think that makes this move strong. I have several options here. I can get a meeple back. And that's what I'm inclined to do. But I could also get a meeple back here. We just need to sort of see... There are quite a couple of crossroad tiles. And there are not many tiles that fit here. But since there are other monasteries as well, I'm inclined to do this first. Just to have meeples immediately. And then to later try to do something about the situation. But unfortunately, my opponent's going to go here, drop a farmer. And this will make life difficult for us. No, farmer is correct. Come on, farmer is correct. Because these extra 4 points not going to really do much for blue's winning chances. So I could go here just to claim some points, but I think I can wait for a big tile there. I'd rather go here and get a meeple back, because I need the firepower. And also maybe put a bit of pressure on this road as well. And get some chances to fight for the field. Yeah, because I think I will be, of course, thrilled to take this spot. And then I can either drop a farmer here to connect like this, or I can drop a farmer here. Actually, I really want to do this soon. Because it looks like a very juicy unclaimed field. I need to drop a farmer there before I draw this tile, if I draw it. I'm also seeing now that if I'm somehow able to block this square, that will be fantastic for me. Okay, well, this makes my decision even easier. Now I get a 6-point monastery completely for free. I should have thought for a little bit longer that there are actually not many tiles that go into this square. But it is what it is. I still have to go for risks like this. And there are still some tiles. Yeah, there are the triples, for example. So that's decent. So even though this square is like a little bit blockable, it's still a good thing to place the monastery meeple here. Yep, they get a meeple back, and now I need to consider. So a reasonable move is this, because it just reduces their options by so much. But since there's still a couple tiles in the deck, and by a couple I mean 3, that fit into that square, it's still not worth it. I'd rather just take the points. Now I have a healthy ruin. I know it sounds like an oxymoron, but it's fine. It is true. It's healthy because it's not blockable, and I can expand this, and maybe even I can get a Dorito, and then I get a triple city, and then I get to eat up this piece. I already know what kind of moves I could play. So for example, if I get a triple city tile, I'm going to go here and drop a farmer here. Wow, that's interesting. I know it's sort of threatening a block, but in addition to threatening a block, it's giving me an opportunity to get like 8 points in a meeple back. So I don't think that's such a great idea, really. I'd rather... Okay, now I'm just going to start blocking. How is it best to block? Like this or like this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 2 straight lines remaining, so that shouldn't be really that much of a factor. Ah, this is the better block, I think. Because then it's also... I can get like a city tile. Actually, I keep changing my opinion all the time. I think it's this. I think it's this. Wow. That's interesting. So they maybe that's decent because they just want to block my meeples so bad. Maybe that actually works well. And now I have a couple of options. I could just free up the meeples for both of us, or I could just even drop the farmer here directly or meeple the city. I don't know. But I don't think I really should be doing this. I think I'd rather go here and make the life of this meeple more difficult. But then if I do that, it's really hard for me to play without meeples until the end of the game. Pull this. But my opponent has the fields. So I think my main plan will be try to like swindle the field away from my opponent at the very last move. So I think I should go here and play this. So now my opponent will of course get a meeple back. I think. Or they could just take 2 points. I've also just noticed that since these fields are not connected, I can actually block a square here. That could work well. And anything that keeps the field small would work really well for me. Will they drop a farmer? It's a very, very good question. I don't even know if they should. They probably should. I mean, it's 6 points. But what if I get a regular city cap tile? There are only 2 of those though, but if I do get one, I can put it over here and block this square. But they're just much more likely to connect here first. So I think a farmer there is decent. And if they connect, it's, I guess, close to game over? I'm not sure. Nallarheim saying about a sequence from a few minutes ago with my opponent completing the city. Alexey just getting rapid fire there. But it's fine. We've withstanding this. Like, we have live chances in this game. You're saying it's an ancient urge of the human race. Can't stop building monasteries. There's truth to that. Also, agriculture is a common human activity. The question is, should we engage in that right here, right now? Or will I need the meeple for something else? I think I might need the meeples for something else. I am considering going here and then just like straight up dropping a farmer. That honestly could work. But you know what? No, there's still a couple of crossroads. Like, I feel I could still benefit from road points and from tiles like these. Yeah, so that's why it was important. I just need to take any quick points I can get and then to hope later do something about that field. Also, until my opponent has dropped a farmer here, I'm not at a very big risk of like losing this 15-point field. Because let's say if they connect here first, then I can block this square and make sure that their little meeple does not connect. If their little meeple connects, yeah, they get this 6 extra points, but I can still mitigate the damage by maybe blocking here. And definitely I feel like if I farm this early, I would be just giving too much opportunity to my opponent. But also, I now also realized we should really be more precise in point counting. So we're minus 15, but what do we have on the board? On the board, we're going to probably lose this farm. Well, maybe. You know, there are only 2 tiles that go here. Of course, there's also this route to sneak in because there's 1 tile that goes here. But I could either block this square or drop something and drop a farmer here. Or drop a farmer here, or drop a farmer here. Like, there will be last-minute opportunities to do something about that field. So now I think the plan is to do a lot of quick points. Yeah. Just a lot of quick points. And then see if we can do anything about the farm situation at the end. So I could go here, but I don't think that would do me too many good favors. I could go here because it's a point, but I could also get the same point here, so what does it matter? I think here I actually like the idea of leaving an empty city cap as a bit of a gamble, because wait, so if my opponent takes this, it's 6 points for them. If I take this, it's 5 points for me. So that's not great. But then I would also be setting up like a better field connection. So maybe that's not such a bad idea. And also I have more city caps to work with because my opponent has this. By the way, this absolutely brilliant move from Pfeiffer here. Kind of, they're preparing to get this tile and then meeple the city. Again, points counting. Why do I keep getting distracted about this? 11 points. I'm down 11 points. Then this is equal. I'm down only 8. I'm down 11 again. 16 plus 6, 22. I'm up 11, up 10. My opponent has the field, which means I have to risk hard. So I'm going to do this and hope for the city cap. I'm just trying to accumulate as many points as possible. Yeah, I'm not sure they could go here. Maybe that was a better move. Maybe I could have even started an empty city somewhere else. But I like to play efficiently, I was going to say. Oh, that's interesting. So instead of going to do this, take 2 points and threatened the completion of the city, which honestly could totally work for them, and I don't like it. Now I feel that I'm obliged to do this. I have to spend the tile on blocking, which is also not great. Because I will have only one tile left here. But just that threat, it's so much, it's too, well, is it too much though? There's like only one tile that goes there anyway, and I can block later. There's one starting tile. That's the only thing that hurts me. Honestly, let's just do this. Let's just take the points now. And then try to deal with this later. So now I assume they're going to take that little city cap. And then we'll be able to block. By the way, there's a heuristic, and the heuristic is you don't block pretty much anything with 10 tiles or fewer. Because there's just so much other things to do. This heuristic doesn't work, but like if you have doubts, it can really help the thinking time. And also, if it's a 50-50, like if your opponent needs one specific tile to finish a feature, unless that feature is huge, it's sometimes a good idea to just leave this alone. Like the 50 is sometimes good enough of a chance. Now look at this, we have a 9-point city over here. This is equal, we have +6, so that's -7. We have +5 over here. Yeah, that's kind of really nice. I don't get why they just wouldn't take the points. Because I know what they're trying to do, but I don't think they're Doritos for this. So I can just go here guilt-free, complete the block, because, I mean, it comes at no cost to me. Unfortunately, they successfully connect their farmer, but they can only connect one farmer. They can either get, oh yeah, so they decide to get the point here. That's actually rather smart. And I don't think I'll be able to connect here because there are no tile that fit into this square. That's fascinating. But also there are no tile that fit into this square either. Well, anyway, I only have one legit move. So I have to go here. And then just keep accumulating points. And make my move at the very end. Okay, that's unfortunate. But it is what it is. Now there's another problem with that. The problem is that my opponent can connect here and here. Now he's likely to connect at least one of these ways. Okay, we'll have to calculate this endgame out. Fixture points for 2, so -17. 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -26. Like, at the moment, I'm not doing that horribly. 10. I'm only -3 technically. But my opponent is going to connect one of the farmers. I'm thinking, is there a way how I could take over the farm completely? That certainly would be nice. I think I might be seeing something. I think the move is actually here first. And now we need to hope for the starting tile. Well, wait, yeah, we need to use the starting tile here. Yeah, yeah, exactly, because at least now they will bring this meeple instead. And the thing that I was planning to do was planning to draw the starting tile here and connect like this. Yeah, but now I think we'll be losing no matter what, because I just didn't get the connection tile. My plan was starting tile plus a straight. That's why I was blocking this little guy. And I was hoping for something over here. But that didn't work, that's a pity. Anyway, didn't feel like it was a bad game, like we had a rough start, but there were chances. Also, Monastery is a great comeback tool. Very interesting sequence of our opponent blocking. And of running the risk of us getting a huge, well, yeah, a huge payoff with a 6-point city, 2 monastery points, and a meeple back. But their blocking bet paid off, and I don't think it really matters what they do now. I just don't have a path to victories with the tile that I have. What are their remaining tiles? So yeah, there's this, obviously. They just might go ahead and meeple this. It really doesn't matter. But we're still going to try and do our best. How exactly do we do our best? So there is the starting tile. The starting tile, one more straights, and what's the other one? I think it's some sort of crossroads. It is in fact a regular crossroads. Yeah, so I had to draw a starting tile here, and I think that actually might have been enough. Yeah, that's interesting. If I draw a starting tile, then, well, I had equity, at least that's what is good to know. And do I have an actual win? No, I don't think I do so. Which is going to take points. And now they can go here and meeple this farm, which I think is correct. Oh yeah, also, by the way, there was this platform from the bottom, so there were a lot of possible ways. So I think overall, I'm quite happy with my endgame decisions. This was a little bit iffy, but it seems alright. I think this block was a good attempt. At least it kept our opponent without meeples for a long time. This monastery meeple was, of course, necessary. This turns out to be an alright ruin, and actually this was like quite an effective one, because I only spent these tiles on expanding it. So I spent 4 moves on a 9-point ruin, which is like more than 2 points per move. So I think that's alright. But I felt that I must have made some mistakes, because I do feel a bit rusty. Maybe there was another approach. Maybe we could have blocked something early. I don't know. Okay, well done for the precision. I hope that you wouldn't be that precise. But there's only so much that I can do. Okay, now let's see what to do here. We should take 3 points, of course. But maybe it's a bit more correct to take 3 points here. Just so that, I don't know, maybe our opponent hallucinates and goes over here and gives us 3 extra points. Or goes here. I think that would all work. Okay, great! Yes, they hallucinated. So, this move at the end, it took away 3 points from them. Because this farm was already theirs. So you see, it's also important how exactly you place your last meeple, because there's the mistake equity, you know. Your opponents can always like hallucinate and stuff, and you should play in such a way, if you're desperate, that makes your opponent more likely to lose points. Of course, here it does not matter. They're still going to win big because of the field. But it's reasonably close, actually. Reasonably close. I'm only losing like -12 here. So if I somehow get a farmer in, I win. Okay, I'm quite happy with this one, not gonna lie. Alright, but well played. Very nice, interesting blocking idea and field play. Okay, we have another challenge. But let's just see who was first, because I think there were multiple of you in the chat. Okay, I'm gonna assume Sunny was first, and then Nallerheim. I think they go from top to bottom. Yeah, we discussed this earlier. Ooh. Well, anyway, good luck and have fun. I'm gonna try to play a little bit faster and also speak a bit faster. I feel that I don't know, just after not playing Carcassonne for a while, like my mind is a bit fuzzy. It takes me a few seconds to notice some obvious things. It's really just like with any physical sport, like in mind sports, like being in shape and out of shape is a real thing. Okay, starting a new city, that's all good. Now I'm gonna play a weird move. I don't like doing this because it's so nice to keep a city open, so I'm just gonna take 2 points and leave a city cap up for grabs. Oh, look at that, look at that. Only one possible move, and they have to meeple this. Like, and you see, they might be afraid to meeple this, and this is exactly what we want. From Blue's perspective, they should go here, and they should not be afraid to meeple this, because there are still 3 tiles that go here. It's not that easy to block, and in case they do get blocked, then in some scenarios, this meeple gets blocked, yeah. Unfortunately, they are not afraid. I wish they were afraid. It's always great to play against opponents who are afraid of meepling things. It's much harder to... Yeah, let me say this. It is much easier to play against somebody who does not meeple often enough than against somebody who meeples too often. Because if somebody meeples too often, sometimes they get all the tiles and win. But if somebody doesn't meeple often enough, they never win because they just don't get the points. Okay, now time to do some good old monastery stacking. And also we're setting something up. If we get a whatever tile that goes here, then we will be adding a point to ourselves and also creating a potential blocking threat. You see, that's a strong move from my opponent, starting a new city, continuing the road and threatening to finish it without a road and using this piece. And all I can do is stand aside and watch. What else? What else? What else? Here. I think this is decent. Although I would want to finish the city with city cap, but the fact that 2 of these daggers are already out increases the vulnerability of this spot. So I'd rather just go here and take the immediate points and still have a city cap open. By the way, just going to throw a reminder about me playing the like button. It's important. So if you're watching and enjoying it, please do oblige. Yeah, we could just continue with building this city and building up the monastery, setting up another monastery spot. Like, if we get a monastery spot in this position that's utterly devastating, they get that monastery spot. That's all right with us. It's an awkward tile to use. I guess technically I could go here But there's a problem. It will be now actually really hard to complete the city. So I think I should wait for a triangle instead. Because look at this, if I go here, like what am I gonna do? If I go here, my opponent blocks or connects. And if I go here, then my opponent connects from here. So like the only reasonable way to finish this is to get a triangle here first, and then a triangle like this. So that's where their move is really strong. It prevents me from building efficiently. And the best thing that I came up with, do I just go here, meeple the field? Do I go here, meeple the field? Actually, yeah, it's not a bad move. Because I'm sort of making this painful for my opponents, setting up some sort of trap. I could go... Well, this is just petty, it's never gonna work. This, I could meeple here, but this piece is a bit awkward to have. Yeah, I think this plus farm is efficient enough. Yeah, because what we really want to do, we want to put something here. And the reason why I don't want to put a tile here is that I want this square to be as free as possible. And also this field is open enough that I feel that if I were to get a curve like this, I would have no shame about dropping a second farmer. Well, anyway, it's not something that I'm going to do with this tile. We could go here, but this is all bad. I'd just rather equalize the road first. And you see now they can't go here. Okay, this is a good move. It's a really good move. Because it kind of makes me want to go here. But still, I'm going to wait for the right tile. I'd rather wait for the right tile. I think I need to do something about this field. So my really main two moves is going here and farming, or going here and farming. Here I forego a monastery spot, but anyway, there are only 2 monasteries remaining. And also wait, if I go here, there are like not many of these tiles remaining. But then again, this becomes a bit vulnerable, so I don't know. I kind of like this though. There's a problem, of course, that if my opponent draws some sort of, I don't know, Dorito with a road, this square can actually be really easily saved. So I think it's best to wait with the blocking and do just this. Yeah, I do feel that this field has quite some potential. And you see, like, now they don't have really a productive move because they can't take 2 points here. That's kind of reckless. They can separate here, maybe? But then this meeple becomes vulnerable. They could go here and start to ring road. That's probably the best move for them. But it's also quite hard to spot because it looks like with only 2 meeples remaining, it's a bit petty. But honestly, that also works, actually. Starting a blocking attack, which is quite reasonable. Also making the field shorter. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Okay, let me also do some blocking. It's quite difficult for them to handle this, I think. And also, I already know my next move. Let's see if you can guess it. It could seem a bit wild, but I know my next move. Just a reminder to everybody that I'm streaming with a 1-minute delay, but I'm not going to look for a chat for a couple of while. So try to predict my next move. There's several good ones. I'm gonna talk about all of them. As to what my opponent should do, okay, that's all right. But then it doesn't really do that much. So of course I could go here, which is not that bad. But I think I'm gonna wait for a regular curve. I could also go here, hoping to finish this city. But I think our main thing is to save these monasteries. And I think I'm gonna go here and not meeple anything. And I could get blocked, but I still, in all likelihood, I will be able to defend. So I think that this move is all right. I know that it comes with its risks. For example, our opponents could go here, and then I'm not going to have a defense. But if this is what ends up happening, well, then this is what ends up happening. I've generally seen that this saving pattern with 2 monasteries can be quite effective. And also, if the upside is there, like the upside is completely devastating for my opponent. For example, if I draw the tile that goes here, that's it. It's probably yellow wins on the spot. And if blue draws the tile here, well, then they can be different situations with that. Yep, Nallerheim called it. And of course, there's not much that I can do about it. So I just need to take some points. And also I'm going to take points in this way, leaving the 3-point road. And the reason for that, if my opponent grabs a curve, of course they won't take the 3 points. They will go here. And then I'll be more likely to grab the next curve and go here. Ooh, now it's not the easiest decision that I have, because I need this tile in many places and all of them are just so good. The thing that seems to be not so good is the field. I'm currently scoring only 9 points with 2 meeples. The field is expected to grow, but it hasn't done so yet. What should my opponent do? I have no idea. I think they need to continue one of their cities. Not the bottom one, because the bottom one's pretty safe. Either this one like this, or maybe the top one somehow. Yeah, they just need to do something about their cities. Yeah, that's a mistake. Well, actually I'm not sure. They're just trying to prevent the disaster scenario, right? Maybe that's an okay move. Yeah, I know, honestly, that could be an okay move. Because there's still only 2 tiles left here. It could be a while until I draw one. And the damage is much smaller than from me drawing the tube extender. So maybe this move has merit. It just kind of feels appealing to wait for a straight line. And yeah, and also, like, from their perspective, I have many defense tiles as well. So I think this move is actually quite good. I'm not sure what I would have done in blue's situation. All I know is that I'm thinking between this, which could be pretty strong, and this, which really messes up my opponent's city, and this, which just sort of takes care of the 3 points. And this is pretty, well, I mean, all of them are like pretty strong. But this, though, is so appealing. And this. Okay, still many Doritos left, so I think it's really between this and this. Also, yeah, I know. When in doubt, go for points. There are some other considerations to this. Because you see, now that my opponent is not threatening to block anymore, they have better uses for a curve, and I want to make sure that my opponent does not get these 3 points. Like, in closed positions, it's really important to take care of 3-pointers like these. And I still have plenty of Doritos, because like all I really need to do is to have 1 Dorito to have this threat. And actually, most of the time in this position, my city does get finished. Okay, so now this is one also easy. Of course I could go here, but I'm a wait. I'd rather go here, finally set up the blocking opportunity, and then let's see if my opponent wants to defend or not. Just kind of really puts them on the spot, you know. I could also go here, try to finish my city like this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's kind of extreme. But sure. No, it's an okay move, except that they could end up with a meeple for some time. Now, of course, I'm just going to take the points. You see how lovely that all worked out? Ah, that's also interesting, but I think they're hurting themselves a little bit more because they need to get their meeple back as soon as possible. And now, honestly, I'm considering to do something like this. But since it's the last tile that suits here, I have to go here. The only thing I need to decide whether to meeple this or not, and I think the answer is yes. Because they can't block. If they go here, then they're hurting themselves. And I still have plenty of tiles that go here, so it's a good investment of a meeple. It's 4 guaranteed points and a really high chance of getting some more points. And just like that, I have 30 points on the scoreboard, which I honestly did not expect. There's some problems that I have. For example, I can't go here. Well, now I can. Now I can. Okay, because I'm now defending the square and attacking their city. That's all lovely. So that is just fantastic. Yeah, they're going to spend some time without a meeple. Because I'm also going to go here now to prevent them from getting a meeple back like this. Okay, that gets even more interesting. Now I can add further threats. Initially, I was planning to go here and then wait for a Dorito tile. But since I'm now doing really well on the scoreboard, yeah, I mean, they will be getting this meeple back, of course. There'll be like extra 14 for them. But I mean, at 2 points and then I'm threatening this big city. That would be nice. But I think I'm actually better off doing something like this because I'm threatening further blocks. And also, this move plays very well against extender tiles. So let's see what happens. Exactly, they get an extender tile. They're forced to go here, and I have pre-blocked my opponent. So that's useful. I could now go here, but I think I'm going to do this first. Try to finish this city. Because like this is what this type of tile is meant for. Okay, they block one of my cities, but I still have the other. I think it's absolutely worth going here. And now, if they want to try finish their monastery, I'm completely fine with that. Yeah, they're trying to finish this. I could connect, but honestly, I don't want to. I'd rather that they stay without meeples, then I get the 4 points here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Three Doritos remaining, so I already know my next move. Yeah, it's a very interesting game. I mean, of course I'm getting some good tiles. But before I'm getting some good tiles, I think we managed to... Oh, there we go, there we go. Wait, can we block? 1, 2, 3. I could go... Honestly, maybe this is a good move. Because it's just so annoying. And my opponent needs this tile here anyway. Yeah, like, I just don't want to give my opponent easy meeples back. I think we should double down. So this is going to be my move. Like, playing against a meepleless opponent, you should probably block a bit more frequently than normal. And this is going to continue to be my plan. Now they should absolutely go here. Well, but with their tile, with the Dorito, right? Like this. Because there's still one Dorito tile that's left here. And they're in such a difficult position that they absolutely need that tile. Yeah, ain't gonna blame you. Okay, now we need to go here. And maybe even just to make sure, I can invest a meeple into equalizing this. But the main thing that we're trying to prevent is them drawing a city cap, right? But then if they get the thing that goes here, then we'll be able to connect. You know, honestly, I think this is just the safest move. Just to keep them without meeples for as long a time as possible. Yep, they're now continuing their city, which is also actually a way for them to win, maybe potentially. I haven't fully thought about it. It's also not ideal that I'm starting a counter field here. But again, I have the meeples at least for now. So most of the remaining points in this game would be just preventing the disaster scenario. Okay, so Nallerheim is saying, I don't like Blue's decision to limit your monasteries to a triple city. So this move over here. Yeah, like this was my initial reaction. So from their perspective, the downside is quite strong. And this is true that I could have drawn the city cap first and then just gotten all these points. But honestly, maybe just from their perspective, they were betting on these 25%. I have a plan. We're going to go here. And if my opponent blocks, then I will be able to expand my field further. And we're going to stick with this plan. Okay, they are losing 4 points because they're forced to complete an empty city and they don't have meeples. I just get 4 points for free. Again, just losing value. Always pleasant to see. Good move from them. And now I win the coin flip for the tile that they needed over here. So do we just take a road? I don't know, maybe no, that's not necessary. Like why would we do that first? Oh, maybe we do this. In case they get the tile that goes here. No, we're good, we're good. We just need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe doing some pre-building. Maybe just, yeah, doing some pre-building like this. I might have to drop a farmer there. So let's just... That's not fair. Yeah, that's decent. I can't really... Wait, do about this or can I? No, I can't because there's still a dagger. So I'm going to let them finish that city. Take 4 points. Which I was building on my last turn, so... Yeah, they get a city here. Now I probably should get the field, I guess? Or I might just do the prolonging. Yeah, let's just get the field outright. It's a lot of points. And you see they got the tile that fits there anyway. Ah, that's also was a good point. So when my opponent placed the tile here, they were afraid that I would be able to defend to a tube, but it wouldn't be such a big deal because they can still draw a tube themselves, which they did. Yeah, honestly, like I thought that the game was harder than it seemed at first. I don't quite understand this move because it prevents my opponent from future invading this field, but they also understand that this game is not winnable for them anymore. So let's just take as many quick points as we can. Oh yeah, they're trying to connect the fields, but the thing with the connecting the fields, it does not do anything because I'm not losing any points. Honestly, at this point, I probably should just take the road. Yeah, I don't think there is anything else. So I'm gonna take the road like this. Okay. Oh yeah, they haven't drawn this tile in a while. I kind of forgot about it. Yeah, well now they do. Yeah, we just need to dump the tiles somewhere. I don't know what I should have played exactly. Maybe I should have killed off a monastery spot. This was a bit of a lazy move because I didn't calculate the tiles. I should have known that there are no city caps remaining. Actually, I did double check this. I knew that there were no city caps remaining for that space. We just decided to do this just in case. I did not intend to rhyme. I do apologize that you had to witness that. Anyway, we'll just somewhere random. Let's say here. Just to not create anything by accident. Yeah, they do take a road. And we will end up winning with quite a big margin. So we got some good tiles, but we also did some things right. I think one thing that worked really well is patience with this city, recognizing the priorities and just waiting for this exact correct sequence of tiles in which you put the tile for the square that's next to your opponent's monastery, you put that tile last. And then just going after my meepless opponent, that was also the plan. Alright, thanks for the game. That was plus 30. Let's see who's next. Also, let me just double check what you all are saying. Okay, so Ear was next, and then Tuzrol Patent, or Tuzrol Patent, is going next. So yeah, Eduardo's first. Oh wait, did I skip anybody? Oh yeah, there was also, I think, Nallerheim, but these are the challenges that I have open at the moment. Anyway, we still have time. Looks like it could be a relatively long stream. Oh yeah, I think Nallarheim was first. Well, anyway, whoever clicks the start button first. Alrighty. Well, at least now I get to start, so that's something. Against Nallarheim, we're going to need some help from the tile deck, preferably. It feels so interesting playing Carcassonne whilst out of shape. It's just like everything's so fuzzy, it's so interesting. Oh yeah, also I had a couple of all-nighters due to work recently. So that adds an extra dimension. But I get a city tile, I start a new city, and I also make my opponent's square a bit more vulnerable, which they don't like. And now I get a tile which is really hard to play. Because honestly, like going here and meepling the road is not a horrible idea, but no, it is, because I do get sometimes blocked here. Come on, come on. Let's quit. Like, I have this thing where I optimize for everything too much. Let's just meeple this normal road. Yes, like that. That's fine. They go here. But now at least... Oh, I can do this, actually. Actually, no. Optimization. We go here. We prepare some positive scenarios over here. And we continue our road. So that's all good. They have to go here, I think. Surely that's the move for them. What should I do? I don't know. Yeah, this is what I would have played. Now, we can connect, but I think we can wait. We can also block that square. Also, I don't want to do this. I think this is a bit stronger, like just breaking their city and then creating some vulnerabilities. Yeah, I do feel like I should be blocking things a little bit more often than I tend to do. And I will definitely be blocking more frequently against a high-rated opponent. So far this is working out. We get another city cap. It's kind of hard for them to start a new city, although I do think they have a really neat platform here, actually. Well, with their tile. Oh, they decide to proceed like this. You see, I didn't see that. Okay, then I think my normal response is just to take this and then just wait until their city becomes more vulnerable. Okay, it will be very hard for them to finish it. I could also start a new city here myself, but I think this is a bit stronger. Okay, what are they saying? Ah, yeah, okay. I'm just saying hello. Yeah, it's honestly like a bit hard to be them in that situation. So what do we do? Do we just go straight for the block? Say that it's time? It's actually kind of hard to defend. The only possible way to defend is defending it directly right here. I think I'm better off doing something like this. Already kind of starting to connect to that road. Well, isn't that interesting? They could do this or they could do this. They have two legal moves and it's not obvious which one of them is correct. This is the more standard move because they would be initiating the mini battle here. But I think the intention behind this move is to simply complete this city. Because if they get the triple city here, And if I don't get a blocking tile, I get a triple city here. The city's super safe and I just can't do anything about it. So let me think. Should I just go here, prepare a block? It's kind of difficult to defend, really. But then they get a curve and they go here. That's the problem. If I go here, they can easily defend. If I go here, it's a bit harder to defend, actually. Yeah, let's go here for now. I think I want to be patient with my moves. And also this city's big enough, like we're probably better off joining than blocking. Or, I don't know about this move, maybe my better bet was to start a field somewhere. Like here, I don't know. And just simply try to play a big meeple advantage game. We know that they're going to be tied for a ruin. We try to create a huge field. And even if they build their ruin to 20 points, we still get to win with a big field. I'm a bit surprised by this move. I mean, it's not like they had many good options. And their move makes sense just points equity-wise. But it also creates a big field, which I'm not sure benefits them when they have a city like this, because this meeple is going to stay here for a while. Of course, the plan is for them to draw a curve and drop a farmer with tempo. But there will be opportunities to reconnect, and maybe I drop a tile here and connect through this square if they continue their city. Anyway, for now, we just do a normal move and simply claim a monastery in the highest scoring spots and just try to build some monasteries. It's just as simple as that. Simple Carcassonne. Although nothing about my next move is simple. It's going to be actually quite a tricky decision. But it really depends on what my opponent does. See, with this move, I took away all the good monastery spots. I'm in the middle, I'm controlling 2 of these squares. And this spot is a bit suboptimal because it's kind of blockable. Now, my options are taking 2 points here, finishing this city with or without a road meeple, or going here, but that's a bit, I don't know, I'm not going to do this. I could also do this, but I think this is better. The question is, do we put a road meeple there? And I kind of think that we do, because there's so many good things could happen. Of course, the problem is if they put something here, like 2 squares are vulnerable, but we can always bail out with another crossroad. So I think I'd rather just have that threat because the upside is pretty big. So for example, now if they go here, I will be able to protect this square by just outright meepling this city, I guess. That's a bit weird, but why not? I think I'm going to do it. Yeah, that makes sense. And then after that, I'll probably try to draw a crossroads or something. But wait, if I go here, like, do I even have to meeple this city? Or maybe I can even leave, honestly, maybe I can just leave this alone. There is, of course, a problem that if they get, like, a curve, and if they get a crossroads here... Wait, no, if they get a curve here, then our roads are separated. That's bad. I don't want to do that. I kind of feel like this could be a bit of trouble, what I'm doing. You know what? Let's just play normally. Let's just kind of do point scoring moves. Because I think that we still will have options to bail out of that road. Okay. We get a scoring tile. That's nice. We can go here. Make their city vulnerable. But actually, I'd rather not. Because wherever they put, if they put a tile here, this square is vulnerable. If they put a tile here, this square is vulnerable. I don't want to let them defend both squares. So I'd rather go here and simply continue my... and simply start a new city. Just to do that monastery buildup. There's a bit of a problem. The problem is that I am letting them get away with that move where they go here and drop a farmer. But I think I'll just have to let them do that, honestly. So now, what can we do? I guess something like this. So there's some ideas with this. I don't think I want to fight for the city because it's not big enough, and also because so few big tiles are remaining. I'd rather just point upwards, and then my opponents can't really block because then they would be adding a point to my monastery, so that's a pretty safe city. And also, there's some scenarios where I kind of connect here, and so my opponent is forced to block this road. As a result, this square is restricted, and this allows me to draw a splitter, get my meeple back, and block this guy, so that could work. Yeah, explanation over, moved played just in time. Okay, they start yet another city. That all makes sense. Now, I could just continue the connection straight up, but I will be helping my opponent more than myself. I think I should do this, actually. Yeah, I think this is stronger. And if they block, well, then they block. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I'm really not sure what they should do here. Because I guess they could go here for the 50-50, but I don't think it's a good idea for them. Because I can still bail out with a crossroads. And a tile is coming here no matter what, because either of us is going to take 4 points for this city. And I think at this point, the game really will favor the side that has more meeples. Just because as a result of this road operation, which I know questionable, whatever, we're doing a video here. Because as a result of this road operation, the field is about to get ginormous. 5 cities plus very open. This is a really strong move, which I hoped would not happen. My opponent now knows that it is harder for me to finish the city. It's not a problem that if I get a crossroads, because they will still be able to finish this thing. So, it's actually just incredibly annoying. I could go here. No, that's bad. Yeah, let's just proceed with the original plan. Yeah, so they just go here, which all makes sense. I think I really only have one move. Well, yeah, this one. Unfortunately, we don't get to use the monastery. But all I'm trying to do is create vulnerabilities next to my opponent's monasteries. It's a shame I'm not able to use a monastery as a monastery, but I think even with an extra meeple, that would have been a tall order. Well, actually, no. I could have just used the monastery here and meepled it. Yeah. Well, anyway. My opponent accomplishes their objective. I could actually already drop a farm right here, but I won't. I will do this first. Let's see if they complete a block here. They might. Yeah, I just wanted to make this thing safer. Yeah, it's a problem. Oof. I don't have the advantage anymore. I still might actually take over this road. Like it's not nothing. Yeah, the fact that they're the first on the field does not really help me. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just plainly clean off a city cap. There's still enough of those for this to be worth it, and my opponent does not have meeples. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that possibility. And then we're gonna see whether we connect successfully and decide whether I need to connect this meeple or split it. Let's say if I connect and then connect. Well, wait, no. It's really interesting because there's some other possible scenarios here. Oh, like that, huh? Yeah, that makes sense. City cap in their field or whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 Doritos. So I think we're good to do something like this. Try to finish the city at the top with Doritos. It's a shielded tile. But you know what? I'm kind of really starting to increasingly like the idea of stealing this road. Like, it's not impossible. So yeah, I do feel like this meeple here for pressure is kind of interesting. Let's do some tile counting while they're thinking. There's 1 dag remaining. There's 1 extender remaining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only 1 big tile remaining, so that's interesting. That's a potential for some future blocks. For example, if I were to go somewhere here, that would be quite interesting. Also, I might go here. But I don't think I can afford that. I will probably need to let them finish that city. Wow. Wow. That's a good move. It's a blocking attack. What could I do? I could maybe just take a new city, honestly, and simply try to do that, or just go here and go for a block instead. If they get this tile, it's like really devastating. But I think I might be able to block it here first. And also, it's not really how I normally use tiles. Also, I might just do this. I might just kind of steal that city. That could work. It will take some time. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I am going to do that. There are some reasons. There's still 2 dividers for me to bail out. And it's really all about putting that pressure. I'm not sure. Maybe I should have just done something simpler, like... Yeah, okay. Okay, so now I've made a decision. Now I'm actually going to bail out from this road to get a meeple back. Yeah, they... are about to take their quick points, and now I'm about to take 4 points here, and now all hell breaks loose. We have loads of meeples. It's a game that heavily favors my opponent. I mean, in terms of the win percentage chance, not in terms of the tiles. Because, like, I feel that it's not a bad position, but I think I might have sort of butchered the field part of this game. Also, yeah, you know what? This move... I need Doritos in many places. That's like a bit iffy. I don't know. I do get a nice monastery tile, though. Yeah, they get this thing, and I will be able to maybe drop a farmer in this little thing here. But for now, we just need to take points. It's a very good monastery. We can build it up. Oh, we can build it up. Will my opponent take another... feature? No, they don't. I meant, will they take another field? So now, actually, I can also get a curve and do something like this. Okay, I'm going to tell you my candidate moves. So we might actually just go here and keep our opponent's field small. Although I think I will need to fight for the field in order to win. I was thinking of going here, but that makes this city vulnerable. So I'd rather just 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'd rather just go here and try to finish this monastery, which is absolutely doable. Yeah, I was thinking of going here, but then my opponent could have hurt me in a different way. Now we get to finish a monastery, which I think is a good thing. I don't know what they should do next. Actually, they might do like an annoying partial block. I should really start thinking about that field. Or just try finish some cities. Like, there's still multiple win conditions possible. So it feels like a bit of a waste that I didn't manage to meeple that monastery, but it is what it is. Also, now that I'm thinking about this move, it still might pay off. Like, there are still Doritos, there's 3 of them. It's a 50-50 chance for me to get both of them. Okay, forfeit, we win by time. It's a rather strong move, and it allows me a field connection. I think I need to do this. I know that I could get blocked, but just the field connection is too good. And if I get blocked for this city, I can still use Doritos here. So I'm gonna go for it. Yeah, I think some things could work out. They could also finish their ruin, but now we have an interesting idea. We could go here, but it's not likely to work. At this point, I'd rather bail out with a splitter there in one of these 2 squares. So I'd rather just go here. Yes, 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 yes. Now we're getting some of these tiles. Also, but wait, but it's not clear. Should I even bail out with a splitter when I can just finish this city? I'm gonna still have a splitter for one of those. Yeah, because the problem... Yeah, I think I need to wait. If I go here, my opponent gets a splitter and they get like a super nice 9-point field in the center. So I can't really do that. I will just need to wait for the future and then bail out with a splitter. Here, I should probably meeple something, like the field, I guess. There's some risks. Like, this stuff becomes instantly blockable. But maybe so be it. Yeah, honestly, what was I thinking? Of course I have to finish this city. And I need to meeple something, I think. Maybe I meeple the city cap instead, but then my opponent can grab something and like block 2 meeples at once, no? Nah, we'll be fine. I don't know, maybe that's a bit extra, what I'm doing. But I kind of feel that it's nice to have that threat here. Okay, yeah. Well, I get a good tile. And there's still a Dorito tile that's left here technically. It's very easily blockable, but why don't we do that? And also we have a nice tile that goes here. Yeah, like we have a lot of things going for us, really. Yeah, let's just do it and see what happens. There we go. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. It's not that easy for my opponent to block. I still have field connection tiles here. I have field connection tiles here. I have threats here. I have threats everywhere. Yep, that's decent. And actually, they're even threatening the completion of the city, although that's kind of unlikely. So here, I should be finishing my city. It's a question whether I should farm. Probably not yet. Because the farming only works if I get this tile. But if I get this tile, it's kind of the farming is a non-issue anyway, so I'd rather have the meeples for now. Okay, now I also know a couple of other interesting things that we could do. I think I'm seeing something. Also, I'm ahead by a lot of points, which helps. They will probably just continue their thing. I think they should just do that. Okay, they're blocking this, but that's completely fine with me. They're not continuing their city. So then maybe I should change from the field approach. I mean, okay, I have several solutions. I can go here, meeple the farm, and then I have 3 pretty much game-winning tiles. Well, I have a straight line here, and I have a Dorito here. Or I could go here and meeple this small farm. Or I could go here and meeple the small farm. Yeah, and also this is kind of hard to block, I think. Not impossible, though. Okay, let's just take the small farm. I'm not sure if I'm thinking fast enough. Well, neither is my opponent, because they're out of time. Yeah, I think the move for my opponent is to do something like this, to actually connect me into the farm in order to connect them later. And also, okay, I need to do some serious point counting. Come on, what am I doing? So I'm gonna have 15 points for these little farms. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, like that. So they are banking on simply the second splitter. Well, actually, no. This is a decent move because they know for sure that I cannot get the Dorito thing. So that I think works out quite well. What do I do? Do we do something like this? I can't. I have to do this. I'm also setting up a field connection opportunity in case I need it. Oh, I had a stronger move, I think. I could have taken this move and gone here and meepled the farm. Because like all I need to do is... Okay. It's something about the farms. So this. Should I just go for the farm here? I think not yet. Not yet. Well, they might do that. Again, 20 points. I can't think quickly. I want to try B on time. Like maybe I'm doing things wrong. But I just want to prevent the scenario where I draw the splitter and time. Can they win? Yeah, whatevs. We're just gonna go here. They're gonna go there. And now we will need to decide whether how many points we need to win. Why am I thinking so slowly? Why is this so hard? Okay, we're up only 20 points, but we're down on the fields. We're up 26. This is equal. This they're gonna take right now. They're gonna have 6, so we're gonna be 14. 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 3. Then we're down 12. We'll be down 9 points. How's that possible? We'll be down 9 points. If they go here. And then I'm not even sure I win with a splitter, actually. So that's kind of weird. I'm not sure if I did it right or not. Yeah. This all makes perfect sense. Okay, so I think the remaining tiles should be the... Of course there was no Dorito. What was I thinking about? But there is a splitter, right? Yeah, sorry about that. I'm just I'm just remarkably slow. And I'm not sure if I... Okay, I mean, well, obviously I have to do something like this, so... This is going to be my move. Again, just playing out of intuition. Just playing out of intuition. We will be getting 5 extra points, so that's nice. But I kind of feel that's not enough. I think that's not enough. I think I lost by like 4 or something. But yeah, again, my mind is kind of really fuzzy on the on everything. The only thing that I'm doing is kind of playing by intuition. Yeah, I feel like the point difference is actually not going to be that big, but it doesn't matter if it's big or not. It only matters if it's positive or negative. Oh! Oh! That's the second surprise win in a row. I should make a video how to win in Carcassonne with no strategy. I thought I was toast. By the way, like, no matter what we do in the end, it's a 50-50 situation, because I did the one which takes the 6 immediate points. Another option was to use this setup at the bottom that I had and to go here and drop a farmer, and this farmer would have been unblockable, because if my opponent gets a splitter, the block can't help anything. And then they go here, and then I connect like this. And the reason I was setting up this situation earlier is that if there were a situation where there would have been 2 curves remaining in the deck, which was an absolutely possible situation, then I would be having a spot in which I could connect with like 100% chance. So yeah, that ends up being pretty interesting. I don't know. So obviously I made like many mistakes in this game. I think the main one is I remember that there was one Dorito left, and then I drew this one quickly, And I sort of forgot about this, so a lot of the time I was assuming that there's a Dorito here. This was a weird move, not sure if that was necessary. But yeah, it's a very interesting situation where I managed to kind of get away with the city real quickly and then just drop some farmers and so on. So this move helped. It was a bit of damage control. It was just to prevent my opponent from expanding the field. I had another option. I could have gone like somewhere here and dropped a farmer. But then I feared that I might connect and then they might draw a farmer here or just anywhere here, for example, which would also be unblockable. And then I would have really no good chance to come back. If they win a bigger field, if these two cities are included. So yeah, interesting game. Well, anyway, do let me know in the comments what you think about it. But we'll take it. We'll take it. You know what? Sometimes just playing with limited counting and limited strategy is quite nice and relaxing. Okay, so I think there was Eduardo, then Tuzrol-Patin, then Ludeselis in that order. But I don't see Eduardo's challenge, so we're going to go with Tuzrol-Patin first. I've probably butchered their screen name. Although actually their screen name doesn't sound Dutch anyway. It's kind of, I don't know why it sounds a bit Hungarian to me. Okay, well, so far, perfect play from both sides. So they continue this. Now we're going to do this. Yeah, their move makes perfect sense. They're restricting the city. And they are already building a new city. Kind of interesting. The only move that doesn't add me points. So I was thinking of like taking away the third city cab, but I think it's not that necessary. I'd rather finish this city first. Keep it not vulnerable. And the reason for that, if my opponent takes this city cap, which is actually, well, quite painful, then at least I have some moves like this one, which make the life of my opponent difficult. You know, I get the field, and the whole thing ends up being actually quite alright. I don't think I want to block just yet, as this tile is too good. I think I might do something like this or this. Probably this is slightly better. Yeah, let's do this actually. Oh wait, why did I not block? Could have blocked and started a new city. Well, anyway, too late now. Now we're going to go here, start a new road, and also create a blocking threat against my opponent. They should be meepling this monastery. Do we block? Not yet. I want to block with something better. For now, I'd rather take care of this square. Of this connection square, I mean. So that it doesn't get blocked, that my opponent cannot claim this road. Then, ideally, I want to draw a road end and so on and so on. Okay, this is a great tile for me. I get to continue my city, and now I'm one Dorito away from finishing it. Unfortunately, my opponent is the first one to get a Dorito, so there's now one Dorito fewer in the deck. Now it's a tricky situation because I can't let my opponent finish the city, but I have to do this and make my road vulnerable and make my field small. I know it's bad, but it's necessary. My field will grow eventually. Okay, that might have been a misclick because it's kind of a mistake, right? When you block, you have to turn it the other way so that there's only 2 tiles remaining. Now there's many more tiles remaining. You know what? I'm gonna be greedy. I'm gonna take more points instead of getting a meeple back. Which I think may have been a mistake. It actually may have been a mistake because I'm making my field small. I saw that only now, but that's okay, that's okay. Look, I'm only 1 tile away from finishing my monastery. That could work well for me. I get a monastery meeple back, and then we talk. But yeah, but this, honestly, not my strongest move. Well, now we're gonna try and fix it by continuing our road and then like doing the same loopy thing again. Except that my opponent now is going to go here to take over the city completely, or here to take over this city. Yeah, I was kind of not noticing, but they have been having a lot of quick points, and as a result, I'm trailing by 8 points and 3 meeples. So this is an interesting move. Creating an attack here, so this kind of works for them. I can't really do that much. I don't want to continue this city, although it's such a juicy shielded tile. I'd rather just go here, and yes, it restricts my field, but nothing much I can do about it. Okay, that's painful. That's exceptionally painful. Because they are now blocking my monastery. However, they're also making their own city vulnerable. So I might go here and try to do something against both of these guys. Or I might just continue my road. I prefer going here. I think it's just stronger equity-wise. Okay. Now it is absolutely the time to drop our last meeple. I think. Because we still have a sufficient number of tiles that give us a meeple back. And we're taking out a monastery spot, so we're going to do just fine. They get a meeple back. We get a city cap, which we should of course use for a monastery. I'm just thinking which way is better. So there's the dagger asymmetry, right? So there's 2 of the right-handed daggers out, 1 left-handed dagger out. 1 left-handed dagger out, right? So then ideally we want to put a monastery here, which means that we will need a left-handed dagger, which means that this is the better placement. Okay, this is good. They are now continuing. There's a starting a blocking attack, and now, of course, instead of doing something with my road, I'd rather go here. And then defend my city, right? Yeah, I feel like it's best, and also it's just simply more points. And also, like, if I were to not do that, then they would connect here. This is an interesting situation. Sometimes it is actually correct to not get your meeple back. Another dilemma, I could go here and prepare to finish my monastery with another monastery. This would be an unblockable situation, but I think this is also kind of really appealing. Yeah, if I can block my opponent's meeple, why not just do that? It's really appealing. And now what are they going to do? Go here? Risk 2 meeples getting blocked? So instead they go here. They're trying to protect their meeples like this. I'm not going to protect anything. Now it's time to get our meeple back. Let's see what we can do. Aha, they instantly do the connection thing. So, what are our best options? We could go here and really try to hammer down the point with the block. Let's just see how many tiles are good for us. Well, there's only one Dorito. That's already good. And there's only... Well, there are a few city caps, a few regular city caps. But I'm taking away a lot of stuff, so I think this is good, actually. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And then if my opponent defends, then I can do something about this square. And I can still block here at the bottom. Okay, now next order of business. Do we do this to clean off a city cap? Or do we do this and try and just keep blocking? I feel like the blocking part is a bit weak. However, there's an interesting way how we could get like a Dorito with a road, put it like this. That would work nicely. Yeah, you know what? I think let's just go for it. Let's just get ourselves some more monasteries. Because I also need a Dorito with a road for other things. So I could go here. I could go here to preserve the points. It's not really that necessary because my opponent only has like one tile that fits there. So I might actually, I'm probably better off just not doing anything and waiting for the tile that goes here. I could start a new city like this, but I think I'd rather just continue my road and try to get that meeple back. It's a move that gave me immediate 2 points, so I don't really get to complain. I know that somebody could re-attack that spot, but I'm alright with that. Okay, this is good because now I have a 50-50 that, like a high impact 50-50. I force my opponent to spend a valuable tile. So I don't think I really get to complain about that one. I could go here, simply try and build a city, because now I have a tile that gives me a road end and everything. I'm also pre-building a monastery. And in case if I draw the monastery thing, well then so be it. I have more outs that give me a meeple back. So my opponent gets a meeple back, and then I get a meeple back, which is great. And then suddenly, my life is maybe not that horrible. They're trying to connect to my city, but I, of course, will be trying to prevent that. I can't do it right now just yet. I can only take 4 points. And then later, I'll be trying to do something about that. Well, that's painful. And, like, I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about that. Huh. Okay. We need some magic. Well, first of all, we need our opponent not to finish the city. And there are some tiles. There's a dagger that fits here. And there's one of those. So I think we need to go here. And without a meeple just yet. Because I need a meeple for my monastery stuff. Elias is... Okay, we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna answer the chat. Elias is saying, hate to be that person, but how are the other World Championship videos going? Yeah, about that. It's work in progress, let's put it like that. That's all I could say for now. I'll do my best to put them out as soon as possible. Now I'm a bit too sleep deprived to do that. Okay, let's now try meeple a field and then maybe somehow connect the farmers and draw the monasteries. Think that's an okay plan. We get a lovely tile to score 7 points. We get the monastery. Okay, that's something. Now maybe we're getting somewhere with this. So opponents expand their field to 9 points. We get 9 extra points. And suddenly, things are looking not too shabby. Oh, I forgot about that city. Yeah, no, things are difficult. But let's just wait a second, okay? So these two fields are equal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These cities are equal. I have 9 on the scoreboard, 8 for the monasteries. That's 17. My opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Suddenly, I'm 1 point ahead. And I have extra stuff. Extra meeples. So, now the idea, I think, simply, is just we need to drop another farmer somewhere. Maybe we can, like, take over this little field, or maybe we can take over this little field. I think the field on the left is a bit better. And then we need to either connect to this ruin, or to block it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so how we're doing for daggers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 dagger. There are definitely not a lot of city caps. There is no vanillas. There is no splitters. Oh, well, there's one regular splitter, of course. There is no city caps with the crossroads. There is one starting tile. Yeah, it's kind of... No, there are some tiles. Wait, what do we want to do? Do we just connect straight away? 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go for this. Uh-oh. Maybe I should have considered the block. But anyway, that was the plan. We're now expanding the field. And maybe we're giving ourselves some outside chances to win, in case my opponent does get the thing. Yeah, okay, okay. So, I think we now just need to prevent the disaster scenario. There's still a splitter, so this definitely makes sense to go here. There are no daggers. There are no daggers. Okay, so if I go here, this is a complete block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, it says this is a complete block. I think this should be a win, if I'm not mistaken. What did I do, though? Do I meeple the city cap or not? I might have to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there only one? Are there any other city caps remaining? I don't remember. No, there's probably just the splitter. So then what's the point of meepling just one city cap for the sake of the splitter when I have field and stuff like this? So let's go here. Again, there's also... Yeah, and this is just the move. Fine, my opponent connects. This is all perfectly cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 curve remaining. Let them connect. We're just going to accumulate points. Oh yeah, of course, they can connect from the other side. Then we're going to go here. Right? It's the high scoring move anyway. Wait, or should we just try solve this endgame actually? Again, plus 17, plus 6, 23, plus 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, okay, anyway, like I'm at -1, so it's not that hard to win at this point anyway. Well, I lose the coin flip, that's a problem. But it's alright. Maybe there was some sort of more beautiful move how I could have gotten more points. For example, just me playing a 3-point road in a way that pre-builds a monastery spot. I don't know. No, I think it's fine. It's 3 field points with a chance to get extra 6, extra 8 actually if I meeple the 2-point. Well, extra more. No. Extra 8 if I meeple the 2-point road. Because I can't have the 3-point road because my opponent would have blocked me. Yeah, that all makes sense. But let me try go here now. It's a 4-point monastery. All my best moves are 4-pointers. Anyway, let's look. Let's go where it just looks neatest. Well, I'm happy that I won a game which seems to be just completely lost. Obviously, we had to draw this. And that made it happen. This move I think was an interesting idea. Trying to eat up the big field and create a big field. To have some outside chances of winning in case our opponent is successful with the big city. I think this was actually quite close to working. Because they would have gotten around 16 extra points from the city. And then I would have had maybe like 18 more points for the farm. So, very interesting game. I'm happy I got some tiles. And yeah, thanks for the game. Okay, I think there still were challenges. Okay, yeah, there's one from Ludeselis. So we are going to start in a second. Oh, yeah, I see that the challenge order has changed a little bit. Yes, KK Spam, the videos are in progress. Oh, nice rating there, 729. Must be in good shape. Okay. Well, good European evening. Oh, that's interesting. So you go for that. I would just take the road. And yeah, this is my move. Just road here. And simply seek compensation. Well, now change of plans. I would normally go here. Why wouldn't I just do that, though? I don't think I should just really get married to this city. Yeah, equity move. Come on. No need to... Okay, now do we go here? Do we go here? Yeah, we go here. And now I think our plan is to just run away with this city. I could also do the self-invasion, but I think it's a bit too much. Okay, now moment of truth. I think we have to go for this. And then if our opponent connects, we can block or reconnect. Well, what are they going to do? Also, I have 9 points there anyway. So that could work. What is their best move? Maybe something like this. In which case, my best move is probably this. Okay, trying to save. I still have 5 tiles that are left there to finish. It's kind of hard to block. And then the worst case scenario is that I am left with a 9-point ruin. Yeah, because the main thing, I need to prevent my opponent from connecting. Blocking is not that painful. Connecting is painful. So let's go. Okay, that's convenient. They start a new road. I could connect to that road. Or I could continue mine. What's better? Well, if I go here, my opponent cannot use straight lines. That's kind of convenient. But then my opponent can go here in any case. No, I think this is slightly better. It also takes away monastery spot. Like there are some smaller, nicer things about this. Okay. Do I go here? Yes, I do. Why not just connect to our opponent's road when we can? Yeah, you see, this is like really hard to block because my opponent just keeps waiting and waiting for a good tile, but there are really not that many good tiles to do that with. So do we go here? No, since our meeples are tangled for a while, we kind of need to stay put. So I'm starting a new city here. Interesting position, even though I'm down 8 points and 2 meeples. I think yellow here has the advantage for sure, just because of that city threat. But that monastery is also quite strong. It's 5 points. It controls this road of yellow. And also it pre-built another road, so I think things are going all right. Like, red is not lost here if I finish my city. Red has already amassed some compensation. I need to annoy red a little bit with this type of move. Already doing a farmer for insurance. Why don't we do this? Actually, it could be really annoying blocking up the field, but no, not yet. I think I'd rather just go here first and complete the connection, just because my opponents can really quickly threaten things. Okay, that's interesting. So I could now go here, but I think maybe stronger is to go here. Well, wait, so my opponent will have some blocking tiles, right? It's a very, very interesting situation. I was thinking of this possibility. Because, like, normally you don't play moves like these because it's so easy to block. But I have 2 threats to deal with. I'm kind of trying to figure out which one's the heavier threat. Well, if I go here... Yeah, you know what? Too many blocking tiles. They're all 5 Doritos with the crossroads and stuff. Doritos with the road. So I think this is better. And also, like, maybe I can still block later or whatevs. Okay, here I have to spend my last meeple. I don't want to... for my opponent to finish a city. The question is, do we go here or do we go here to trying to take over completely? Taking over is kind of appealing, ain't gonna lie. There's some big tiles out, that's a bit of a problem. Yeah, I think we should forget about the takeover. We should just keep our meeples safe. And you know what? Oh wait, I could go here. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna think it's worth it. I'd rather just go here and really bother my opponent's monastery a lot. I think it's stronger. And also that restricts the field by so much. Now I also get a meeple back, unlike my opponent. Yeah, my opponents will need to, you know, spend some time without meeples. And so will I, apparently. So this one we can't do. Actually, we can do that. Why not? Yeah, it's a shielded tile. We could also go here, try to eat up our opponent's meeple. Let's try that, actually. Let's just see what happens. We're gonna go, oh yeah, so this is an attempt to block my city here, but I think an attempt to go here was better. Here I'm banking on a couple of things. In some scenarios, I could take this over completely, although I think I'm relying on this a bit too much. In some scenarios, I could just simply finish a normal city. In any case, let's just try and finish and block our opponents. Okay, so at least we delayed our opponent. Now the next question is, do we go here? Right, or do we go here? Or do we just take points here or here? No, I think here is slightly better. Because again, there's still these like positive scenarios available. Well, it ended up mattering slightly, I guess. Do we meeple a farm? Not yet. We need to just enjoy that temporary meeple advantage first. Okay, the quadruple crossroads does not work for my opponent. But what does work is this for me. I am starting now to get some tiles. I rather like this. Yeah, they are getting a city thing. I need to connect here before my opponent draws a splitter, but it's like it's not really up to me. What else could I do? I can start thinking about this field, actually. I could drop a farmer here. No, I won't. I might drop a farmer here, actually. It's a decent field. It could be 9 points in the future or whatever. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, that's all right. I'll just connect here. And then I'll leave this road here for a little bit later. Yeah, this is limiting the field, but this is fine by me. Now I think I'll try to actually block these two cities just to prevent my opponent from drawing a splitter. And obviously they're trying to prevent the block, but now I get some quick points, which is a very nice thing to have. Also, I draw ridiculously well. Well, okay, they get the splitter, so they're getting something, right? And I pay the price for ignoring that city. But at least I draw all 3 tiles that my opponent needed for this square. So that's something that's really nice to have. Also, at some point, I might go here and just like drop a farmer on this 9-point field. That would be really useful thing to do. But first, let's just go here, I think. There are some reasons why I'm going exactly there, not somewhere else. Because I can get something nice here. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ay, 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 ay. This poor little meeple here is suffering. We need to try and save it. And I think the only reasonable way to do that is something like this. Because then I could use, instead of finishing this city, I could use this tile here, like to save this meeple. There's still some triangles. Yeah, let's go for it. Let me just think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's some straight lines, but I'm a slight favorite to be able to take care of that city. Okay, so I was going to finish my city, but now I kind of don't want to. Since they are these Doritos, like I'd rather actually just go here. Because let me think, this move gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 11, okay, 14 points. 14 points in a meeple. I mean, it can't be wrong, right? You know, no, I have to go here. I don't care that I give my opponent a meeple back. It's just too many points. It's just too many points. It's as simple as that. And I don't want to meeple a 9-point field, because that would be, in effect, meepling a 6-point field, which is not like a really big field. Actually, never mind the city. I think we should go here. Or maybe no. I mean, why not? Why not? There's still 3 tiles for me to finish it. Yeah, let's just go here. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much, because I just drew so well. And now I can also just like start dropping farmers everywhere. Yeah. My opponent should, yeah, that's a good farmer here, but it's just not going to make a difference, I think. I could do this, but I won't, because my opponent will still be able to finish the city, so I'd rather just do something like this. They finish a city, I finish a city. Do we meeple a 2-point road yet? I don't think that we do. I think there will be better things to meeple. My opponent's trying to connect to the fields. Plural. Fields plural, actually. Ooh, because there's also this one over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, there are no curves. So, does my opponent even have connection options here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there are no crossroads, at least. There is, I think, one Dorito with a road. Although I've made that mistake in one of the previous games. Yeah, let's go. Let's go here. Let's take that block. There is a Dorito with a road. I was right. And then I'm going to drop another farmer and be happy about that. Yeah, I kind of feel like the game was really decided by this big city. Had to make an early run. But it paid off. With this extra 3-point road, especially. What Red did brilliantly here is that how they secured this compensation of this road. Because they knew that I had to defend the city, and this gave them just enough time to connect. So that was a really nice pattern. I think if they had more meeples, they also could have dropped a preemptive farmer. That would have been just full compensation. But that didn't work because they had some meeples tangled here. Maybe that meeple, that field meeple, was a little bit premature. Because this allowed me to really work with a meeple majority. Obviously, they got quite unfortunate because they didn't finish their monastery. And they did spend a long time without a meeple. Since October, I empathize a lot with people who spend a long time without a meeple. Some of y'all will know what I mean. So what should they do? Yeah, I just don't see a move really. Maybe take some road. Try to score some quick points. Maybe a ring road over here that could work. If there is something curvy remaining at all. Although I don't think there is. A dagger maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there might be a dagger remaining. Okay, so they decided to just take the road. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, there is no connection. But it makes sense for them to play a move like this. Okay, so now we drop a farmer. That's also another boatload of points. Also, of course, they should have tried. Yeah, there's this dagger. So now I can't really go here, right? Because I don't want to give them field points. Yeah, so I'd rather just take immediate points here. What else? What else? What else? Yeah, let's just take some roads. Which I think should be optimal. And then take a little city piece. Well, yeah, big cities, they work. Also, drawing lots of crossroads works. If you want to win Carcassonne games, make sure that you make the correct decision to draw a lot of crossroads. Well, anyway, nice to be back at 700 again at the expense of my viewers. Yeah, thanks for the game. I don't think Real Red could have done much. Alrighty, so we win with a 30-point difference. Yay, 708. So, by the way, now Board Game Arena ELO actually starts mattering a little bit because some of you have heard that there's going to be an interesting new online tournament this year called the Carcassonne Champions League with 1 participant per country, with some exceptions for countries which have some distinguished awards. Mostly 1 player per country, and ELO will matter for the distribution of the players into seeding pots. So basically now it is everybody has an incentive to motivate to maintain a high ELO on Board Game Arena, just so that you get selected into a higher seeding pot for the Carcassonne Champions League. I'm playing there. One other, well, Norbert's from Latvia is also playing there. Latvia gets 2 participants because of the World Championship 3rd place this year. Well, I'm pretty sure many of you know about it. Some of you are playing about it. So yeah, so like ELO actually has some practical significance now. Well, anyway. Yeah, sorry, and I think I realized that I like misclicked somewhere and missed the challenge from Eduardo earlier, so we're going to need to catch up in the next stream. What else? Oh yes, updates. So, well, with the uploads, I'll see what I can do. But for the next week's stream is going to be viewer games analysis, and you can still send me games. Because I have already the games for the next stream kind of ready, but I always like to give preference to first-timers.